Okay, so like, yeah, like I had mentioned in a previous video, that like Adenak technique like could give us a connection to the earth, like to, be able to navigate and migrate as like migratory animals, like pack migratory animals, disconnected from like our evolutionary roots, like, you know, socially programmed to be disconnected from nature and like this magical power that we have when we're connected to the planet and understand like our evolution and like add an act technique or whatever, watch the other videos. And like, I was like that's, I don't know that for fact, but it's like a theory. So, like it's really, we're just, this is scientific exploration and development, of our culture and changing our culture. And like, it's part of the evolutionary process. Like as a species, you grow stronger by fighting disease or whatever, or, you know, like challenging the apex predator through evolution. Time, it's like it's really a matter of like, it's a long game kind of thing. Luring in the apex predator and making it think that, you are innocent and naive and vulnerable and you don't know what's going on. Like you pretend, you don't know you're being manipulated. So it's, the bait and switch, the old switcheroo or whatever. So I mean, like, that's basically what we did. Watch other videos, they'll explain all that or whatever. But like, so practically, implementing Adenak technique, like, some people will react to it like stronger than others. Like genetically, people are different, and like we've likely been bred differently, like magnetically. And there's like probably like, there's magnetic imprints on our bodies from being born in certain places genetically, like through our heritage and stuff, that's gonna mess up probably our orientation or understanding or connection to like magnetic north or whatever, blah 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 blah. So like there's probably like multiple reasons why, we can't connect to like be migratory, or I don't know, like be conscious of like magnetism. But like, animals aren't necessarily conscious to magnetism. Anyways, like I'm not claiming I know like like how we're connecting to magnetism here or whatever, or like if we're manipulating it or whatever. Anyways, like science has to show the way, but like we have to be allowed to like be honest and truthful for science to work, right? For us to advance as a species like safely, like honestly. So like, this is just kind of what's happening. And like just talking about safety and like respect for people, like practicing Adenak technique, like being loud and people's time schedules, and because it's like singing and dancing and tapping and playing instruments and acting and like animal mimicry and jogging and like, applying music and like pulse and rhythm and to like sports to accelerate like advancement and, like revolutionize like efficiency and like how we brainstorm and collaborate, through honesty and truth. Like, it's going to be a crazy thing. So, yeah, like right now, like I have to get my voice back in shape. Like I don't sing anymore. And like I live in a basement suite. And it's like, like I can't, like I have upstairs neighbor, single or female or whatever, has a boyfriend and a son. And it's like, like I can't be loud and like practicing and, singing and whatnot. And like you have to feel free of shame, like practicing. Like you have to find a place where you feel free to express yourself, to practice. And sometimes that's like one of the biggest actual hurdles for people because, they're renting and the walls are thin, and we're like, you're, like, just like, yeah, like you need a safe place. Like there's like, when you're practicing, it can't feel like a performance. Like, and as soon as there's another conscious being there, it is a performance. Yes, you are practicing, but like you are conscious of that person. Like this, I mean, yeah, we have routines or whatever, but like sound carries, like you're being heard. Like that's so, practicing singing around people is difficult, which is why, it's good to have that alternate being that triple threat, like the Holy Trinity, acting, singing, dancing, or whatever. And it's like, it ties into instrumentalism with percussion and stuff, but it's like more tribal and more connected to your body. So it's more responsive to the electromagnetic field or whatever. It's simpler, like it's a simpler instrument than mastering like drumsticks or anything else. So, castanets are a really good instrument for out of neck technique. Actually, like the Spanish. See, the Egyptians invented castanets, and they had that connection, like they were moving like in unison or, understanding, harnessing the power of like electromagnetism and the Earth's electromagnetic lines of flux or electromagnetic waves or whatever, like surfing through bouncing and whatever. Watch the other videos and yeah, like just, but like it's, and it's also like when you're sitting, we're getting our head engaged and like, so your head can't bounce up and down, right? Like it's meant to like bob or whatever. It's like they hit the Roxbury, but it's like supposed to be precise, and you're supposed to feel this synergy of like your head kind of rocking, and it's like it's like watching an animal like actually move, like the neck is engaged or whatever, like it's supposed to be. And like think of it's like, and like if you're not feeling that connection to the pulse or whatever of music, just slow it down as a slow motion. Like think of yourself as like in the Matrix, like really imagine that and like feel it or like pretend and like move that way, and like be real with it, like, and like, so yeah, like if you're out like prancing or strutting, like, be very careful of your movements and make lots of room around people, and like don't play your music too loud where it interferes with other people's music, and like wear induction headphones so you can hear your surroundings or whatever. And like, like don't bring like heavy objects that turn into like potential weapons or whatever. So in case you accidentally hit someone, like exercise is dangerous. Like bicyclists, if people don't follow the rules of bicyclists on the path, like it's so dangerous. And like so many people don't know the rules in Canada, especially in like Ontario, like on the freaking boardwalk or whatever in Toronto. It's just like, it's ridiculous. It's the scariest place on earth with bicycles and pedestrians. Like no one knows, but that's like overpopulated. But like seriously, it's like that in Calgary too, with like barely anyone on the sidewalk, and like the majority of people don't know, like stick to the right and like use your bell if you're passing, and like, you know, like you kind of gotta stick to the right. Like it's like a roadway, like it's a pathway or whatever. But like, yeah, like, you know, like figure everything out, whatever. It's fine. But like, you know, and people are gonna want to be like, you know, applying like rhythmic pulsing and dancing and precisely timed conscious movements into like their everyday life to like really kind of ingrain it in or whatever, like really quickly, and kind of make that really quick like switch and connection to like, you know. But the thing is like you can back away from it and like, but like, you know, any like realization that you make, like it's there, it's like traumatizing you, like you're not gonna unsee things psychologically, like the veil is gonna be lifted, and like like you kind of you can't turn back from that, but you can turn back from like the creative like exploration of like invention and like imagining the best of all possible worlds, like, because like if you have a lot of negative baggage, like it'll like it'll just start amplifying, manifesting into reality, and your like paranoia will seem to become like, you know, like materialize. And so it's like important to stay positive, but like important for people like not isolate too, because like because you're detached from reality and you're going down these rabbit holes, and you're like you're refabricating your social understanding of reality or whatever, and like your religion, like your your thoughts and beliefs. So like you're pretty vulnerable to influence too. So, and you know, there's always that balance. Like essentially, we just need like a lot of people to go into like the you know, counseling and like psychology, but like, you know, really just like counseling, like people getting paid to listen to people's stories and like help them figure out like how to like cope with this understanding, but like also just like a positive transition, like coalition of like everyone willing and able to like counsel or whatever, like, you know, the government fund, like it's good, we should be investing in this anyways, and like, you know, like kind of like we can have like AI counseling and psychologists or whatever, but like we do need that human connection, especially right now. And like I think there's lots of positive, fun ways for people to like, you know, reintegrate with like billionaires in the elite class, because really this, if we're going to make it about equality and like liberation and, you know, social democracy and stuff like that, like, and exposing the truth and power and blah 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 blah, it's like these billionaires can't die, like these bad people or whatever, and like we really have to rehabilitate and like really look into like pedophilia and like understand it and study it, and like fix it as root psychological cause, but like, like that requires truth and transparency and the probing into like, institutions like churches and corporations and politicians and everything, and people who write textbooks like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad or whatever. It's like, like we'll figure it out and stuff, but like it like literally the best way for this to work is like just like with the least amount of deaths possible. Like that's like the absolute goal of like evolution here, and like AI or extraterrestrial AI or like like human breakaway technology AI that's like manipulating our reality through the internet and taking over without anyone noticing, like basically invented the internet. But watch the videos and like watch and you'll understand it or figure it out or whatever. Go back to like number one. So yeah, like we'll figure it out or whatever. But like no one can get hurt, and like I have ideas for like, but like like seriously, just like honestly, like practice add and act technique, and you'll figure it out. And like watch these videos. Like, I mean, I don't want to like give away these ideas and like something gets messed up and there's an accident and someone got hurt, like or like things escalated too much or whatever. Like I don't know if I want to be the one responsible for that, but like yeah, like you'll figure it out. You'll figure out how to like save the day. Like all of us will, all at the same time, and it'll be like absolutely unstoppable. It'll be like everything psychologically falling apart first, and we'll hold everything together to transition. And like yeah, like everyone's gonna need a lot of counseling. Like legit. Like actually, it's gonna be a revolution. Like everyone's gonna become a counselor, like or a fitness coach, or like we're just all gonna teach each other the arts, and AI and robotics will take care of the rest. And we're just gonna stop being stupid. It's ridiculous.